Welcome to part 2 of the new series, Chasing Heritage. This video will be chasing at Norfolk Southern number 1069, the Virginian Heritage Unit. 1069 is one of 20 heritage units released in 2012 for Norfolk Southern's 30th anniversary. Today, NS 1069 will be taking charge of the hottest and highest priority train on the Norfolk Southern system. These signals that you see here are in Greenwood, Kentucky. They are first generation safe trans put in the early Norfolk Southern days. The crossing bell and loud EMD approaching announced the arrival of today's Heritage Star, the Virginian. The next spot we'll get the 1069 is in Flat Rock, Kentucky. You can hear as the loud EMD roars up the hill on the tall Appalachian grades of Kentucky. The next and final spot we'll get the 1069 is in Pine Knot, Kentucky. We plan on going farther over to Ratliff and Winfield, Tennessee, but due to traffic we were not able to make it that far. The Virginian is equipped with a Nathan K5 LLA horn. You can hear the horn over the EMD engine rumble at a crossing just north of where I'm standing. Before I end off this video, I would like to add two heritage units that I've seen that were not in videos, those being CP-7017 and NS-1072. We'll start off with Canadian Pacific 7017. Canadian Pacific 7017 is in the original Canadian Pacific maroon gray scheme. The model of the 7017 is an SD70 ACU, originally built from an SD9043 Mac. Before being rebuilt, the 7017 was number 9147 and was an SD9043 Mac. As a 90 Mac, it was built in 1999 and rebuilt by Progress Rail into an ACU in 2019. 7017 is one of 8 SD70 ACUs in this paint scheme. The one Heritage ACU, number 7011, is the only one that has derailed and been totaled. The derailment occurred on April 15, 2023 in Rockwood, Maine, on CPKC trackage. It was the very first day of operations after the merger between CP and KCS. The very first day of CPKC being a railroad, they had already had a major derailment. The derailment was so bad, the 7-Eleven was crushed by its own train and freight cars. The cars and locomotives had caught fire and had melted part of the SD70 ACU. Here are a few pictures from the derailment I got from Google. So yeah, as you can tell, it was a pretty bad derailment, but luckily there was no deaths, but all 3 crew members were injured. The next heritage unit is Norfolk Southern 1072, the Illinois Terminal. 1072 is an EMD SD70 Ace painted in 2012 for Norfolk Southern's 30th anniversary. It was one of 20 at the time Norfolk Southern heritage units. Well, that's the end of this one, and I appreciate those who watched this far. Hope you enjoyed the second part of the series, Chasing Heritage, and I hope I'll see you in part 3. I'll show all the pictures I took on today's chase, as well as the other 2 heritage units mentioned in the video.